What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barça Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past few days, where we do have some key topics to discuss. Firstly, on the reports about Deco being a big fan of Kalvin Phillips, who is on the market and he is available to sign in the January transfer window. We'll give you guys a possibility rate on that, if it's difficult, if it's obtainable for Barcelona. But again, Deco, big fan of Kalvin Phillips, and Barcelona do need a midfielder. But the most advanced midfield signing at the moment is Lucas Bergvall. Barcelona are preparing their final bid to his current club, around a €10 million package, and Bergvall's priority is to join Barcelona. He said no to Inter Milan, Manchester United, Eintracht Frankfurt, and has given his full priority to the Blaugrana side. Now, along with signings in January, there could even maybe potentially be another sale, and that is in Clement Lenglet. AC Milan have him as their #1 target to their center-back department, but again, getting him out of Aston Villa and then him joining AC Milan is a very complicated operation, but AC Milan's interest remains strong. And finally, we'll give you guys some updates on Xavi's managerial position currently, what are the feelings right now around the club, and how Thiago Motta could be a genuine replacement option this summer. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into this video is sponsored by Number One Foot. Number One Foot is one of the best replica football jersey websites on the market right now. They have a variety of different items at absolutely fantastic prices. For me here today, I'm going to show you guys the training kit from this season. This is the warm-up kit that the players use when they go out for training every single day, pre-games as well. You have here the Spotify logo. They have the club badge on it with the diamond as well. And I also have here one of the sweaters they have from last season. This was the Catalonia version. It feels like I bought this from the Nike store directly. The quality is absolutely unreal. The printing is fantastic. And of course, mainly the prices are unbeatable. And if you use the discount code BOY at checkout, you do get an additional 15% off your final order. That is BOY. Use it at checkout. You get 15% off your order, and all orders above $80 as well will guarantee you free shipping. So what are you waiting for? Click the top link in the description down below and get your new football kits today. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past few days, and we're first going to be discussing a target in the midfield for January that has been picking up a lot of speed, and that is the loan operation for Kalvin Phillips, of course, the English midfielder playing for Manchester City. Now, Fernando Polo and Roger Salero from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Kalvin Phillips is on Barcelona's agenda. Deco likes him a lot. Phillips would like to join Barcelona, but above all, he wants guaranteed playing time, which he's not having at Manchester City. The possible operation would also depend on Man City agreeing a favorable loan to suit Barcelona, and the player must also lower his current salary. Other clubs like West Ham, Newcastle, and Juventus have also shown interest, and Phillips wants to decide his future very soon. Barcelona say it is a difficult operation to execute, but do not rule it out yet. The window, of course, closes on January 31st. Would Phillips start in a midfield three ahead of either Gundogan, Frankie de Jong, or Pedri? The answer is no. And if he has ambitions to come and play week in, week out, and get minutes ahead of the Euros this summer, this is a move where he has to stay clear. I mean, for me, Phillips, he'd be like an eye option off the bench. Is he better than Romeu? Yes. So, I mean, I would take him if it's a cheap loan, simple to end the season, cover half his salary kind of thing, then fine. But if we're going to pay a loan fee, cover the majority of his salary, he wants guaranteed minutes, I don't think the stars are quite aligning. Now, Mateo Morita from Arlivo has come out saying that as of today, there is no contact between Barcelona and Man City for Kalvin Phillips. It is true that Deco likes the player and he has a very good relationship with Rafinha, but right now it is not viable due to FFP. So based on what Man City is going to ask for Kalvin Phillips, Barcelona seem to be out of the race. And finally, Tony Juan Martí has also confirmed that Barcelona has conceded that securing Kalvin Phillips in the winter transfer window is unlikely due to the financial constrictions. Man City insists on covering a large portion of his salary and also a potential loan fee. So economically, we can't really afford it, and I think also it's not really the right move. Again, the club have been saying non-stop in the media, we don't want to sign a short-term player, we don't want to sign for the sake of signing. Kalvin Phillips literally fits that mold to perfection. There is no long-term or even medium-term future if we sign Kalvin Phillips in the winter. He would have been someone to come in for some coverage and then dip in the summer. Again, if he was a player that was open to, you know, earning his spot in the team, maybe come April time, he might be a starter potentially. I think Kalvin Phillips is an okay player. I think he's a Barcelona player, not particularly. Again, he's not a double pivot. He's very similar, you know, of a profile of Gundogan, Frankie de Jong, Bruno Guimaraes, where he can work in a double pivot, but as a singular pivot, does not fit the mold for me, in my opinion. Yes, he's a Pep player. Yes, Pep has personally asked to sign him a year ago, so that can be taken into consideration. But I think right now, not only the stars are not aligning, but I think the profile is not really the best for Barcelona. But we'll wait and see how things develop in the next few days. Again, we're about a week away, not a week away, more like 9 days away from the transfer window concluding. As you all know, Barcelona love that last 48-hour window to do something, so we'll wait and see what the club decides. We'll also wait and see who the club will pursue as well. But there is a midfielder who Barcelona are heavily pursuing right now in the market. It's not someone for the now, it is someone for the future, and that is Lucas Bergvall. Firstly, Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that Barcelona are preparing their official bid for Lucas Bergvall after talks in recent months. Their plans to close the deal now, but let him stay at his current club until June. Eintracht Frankfurt remain interested, but his priority is Barcelona. Matteo Merito also confirmed that and followed up by saying that Lucas Bergvall has already said yes to Barcelona and the club is ready to present their offer to his current club. He would arrive in June and not during this January transfer window. The reason why they're emphasizing on this because there were some reports saying that Lucas Bergvall could actually be the emergency or new January midfield signing, but looks like if we do end up signing him, he'll stay at his current club until June and then join Barcelona Athletic in the summer, train with probably the first team preseason camp, and then in the future, his future will be decided after that. So we'll wait and see how things turn out in the next few days. Again, we're hearing right now it is a 10 million euro package. What the fix will be, what the variables will be, remains to be seen. It could be a 5-5 split, 6-4, 7-3, 8-2, whatever the case may be. I do believe the fixed fee will probably be paid in installments or over the course of a few years, depending on how the payment terms are agreed upon. But we will wait and see with the details in the next few days. But Barcelona are preparing their final and new offer for Lucas Bergvall. Now, one of the more interesting updates that has come out recently has been the news about Chadi Riad's buy option. So let's do a quick recap. So about a month ago, there were rumors that Barcelona were going to activate their option to buy back Chadi Riad this summer 2024, as they want to maybe sell Christensen, Araujo, or Koundé to generate funds, create space in the fair play margin. Again, Betis are going to buy him for around 3.5 million euros when they have the option in the summer, and Barcelona have a buyback option for 7 million, which they plan to activate immediately. But Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo has come out saying that Barcelona's buyback option for Chadi Riad is actually for the summer of 2025. So not this summer, but next summer. He is currently on loan at Betis and they have to sign him permanently for around 3.5 million euros this summer, and Barcelona can buy him back for 7 million next summer. If Barcelona want to sign him this summer now, they will have to negotiate with Betis if he is signed permanently. So if we do end up signing Chadi Riad this summer, we will have to, open official negotiations with Betis. We could maybe sell the clause that we have for Abdi, say here, keep Abdi, he's all your player, just give us Chadi Riad. There's of course avenues. There's a very good relationship between Betis and Barcelona. Now with Ramon Planas leaving, it might have been weakened a little bit, but again, we've done a lot of business with Betis over at least the past 2 years with multiple players. So again, that could be an option, but we have to start negotiations for Chadi Riad. There is no option to buy. That becomes active in 2025. So what's going to happen this summer with the center back plan? Are we going to bet on Kubrarsi? Are we still going to go and try and sell Christensen, Koundé, open to offers? Araujo to Bayern Munich still could be on the table as well. Center back department, I think, is very stocked for Barcelona in the sense that they don't really have to go out there and look for a target. They have a lot of targets in-house and maybe other options as well, like the lit. If you do Araujo, the lit, there could be something there. And of course, you have Chadi Riad in-house. You have Kubarsi, you have Mikalfe, McBags. I think the center back department is very well covered by Barcelona, and we'll wait and see what decisions they do make in the summer. Let's now discuss the players that have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past few days. First up is remontada for the name of Clement Lenglet. Now, there have been a lot of rumors about him in the beginning of the transfer window that he could leave his Aston Villa club because he hasn't been getting too many minutes, and he could go on loan to another team, apparently Napoli and AC Milan. Very, very interested. All of a sudden, Aston Villa has some center back problems. Lenglet got more minutes, and the manager of Aston Villa, Unai Emery, came on the media saying that he does not want Lenglet to leave. They have an agreement with Barcelona that he stays until the summer, and then the news kind of died down. But we are back again. DiMarzio, probably #1 source in Italy alongside Fabrizio Romano, has come out saying that Clement Lenglet is AC Milan's favorite to strengthen the center back position in January. However, the operation to complete is not simple. So AC Milan's #1 target to reinforce their center back position this January transfer window is Clement Lenglet. But again, you have to talk to two clubs. You have to talk to Barcelona, you have to talk to Aston Villa, you have to agree to terminate the loan with Aston Villa, agree a new loan with Barcelona. It's not easy to do, but again, if the interest is there, they could definitely spark something. Again, this is kind of, the last, I would say, few days of the transfer window, we could maybe see something happen there. Again, the interest from AC Milan has been there since January, so nothing's really changed. Just more so confirmation of that news. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. It's not, again, a very difficult operation. I think it's probably too difficult to do, especially now with 9 or 8 days left of the transfer window. But we'll wait and see how things potentially could develop. Now, on the topic of loan players, we do have an update on another player currently out on loan, and that is Xavi, the Spanish left back who's currently out in the second division with Levante. And there are reports coming out saying that Xavi is having a lot of promise on loan at Levante and is in permanent contact with Bojan, who's closely monitoring the full back situation. Again, the plan is for him to do preseason with the first team this summer, and then a decision will be made. We all know that Marcos Alonso will 99% leave the club this summer on a free transfer, and the club wants someone to come in to provide competition, more importantly, and coverage with Alejandro Balde. Again, we've seen Alejandro Balde drop off a little bit this season. We've even seen Cancelo having to move to left back to at least push Balde a little bit. Left back position is going to be something very important for the club this summer. They already missed out on Grimaldo last summer, thanks to Matteo Aleman and Jordi Cruyff for that one. So we'll wait and see how Xavi develops from now until the end of the season. Again, a very, very good option, in-house bet as well. Very young, very fast, and he's, of course, making his exposure out there in the Spanish top divisions as well. So wait and see how things develop there. But again, genuine contender to be a left back for Barcelona's first team next season. Let's now discuss some of the injury updates around the first team at Barcelona. Not too many. We do have one update on Andreas Christensen, who again was not included in the squad list for the match against Betis yesterday, but the club did not confirm any injury with the player, and Mundo Deportivo are reporting that Andreas Christensen is not injured and he wants to be ready for the match against Bilbao on Wednesday. So we're expecting Christensen to be fully fit for that game. Again, club did not announce any injury discomfort when he wasn't included in that squad list for Betis. In regards to Cancelo, we're also hearing that he's probably going to be in the squad list this Wednesday as well. Whether he'll start or not remains to be seen. And with Kubarsi, no reports on him after asking to be substituted in the match yesterday against Betis. That looks like to be maybe cramp or something like that. So looking all right in terms of injury as well. We're hearing that Ter Stegen hopefully will be back in the next few weeks alongside Rafinha and Inigo as well. So again, we're looking to hopefully get healthy at a very crucial point of the season. Let's now discuss some of the news starting in Barcelona over the past few days. Now, I want to first discuss this report coming in from The Athletic in regards to Xavi's manager position. And this did come out before the Betis match, so take that with some consideration. I know we had a really good game yesterday, won a big game away from home as well, but there's still lingering issues to be discussed. And the report suggests that there is growing realization around the club that Xavi's not the manager everyone hoped that he would be. Xavi's relationship with certain players has almost certainly come under strain. Firstly with Pedri. Pedri felt disappointed last season when he was rushed back from his injury, which eventually caused him severe setbacks. I'm going to talk about each point individually. Firstly on Pedri, we rushed him back after the injury that he suffered against United. Yes, that is true. Every other injury, though, he was not rushed. He actually took a month off extra when he returned to his injury after the Clasico when we had the Rolling Stone. Got injured about 2 weeks later. Again, I think it's not on Xavi mostly. I think that's probably like 20% on Xavi, probably 20% on Ronald Koeman. I think the rest is on Pedri, if I'm being honest. There was also frustration from Ferran Torres, who was on the market throughout the summer, although Xavi and him never talked about it directly. Everyone was on the market. Even these untouchables, Araujo, Gavi, Pedri, everyone is on the market at Barcelona. When your situation is that dire, you put everyone out there to see what comes your way. And again, Ferran Torres is an asset when you have amortization with him. The best is to do is to sell him. Again, bloody hell, last season you have 6 goals the entirety of the season. I think now you have 9 or 10. You almost break in double digits. Congrats to you. Your remontada is now fully alive. But last season, you weren't cutting it whatsoever. Eric Garcia and Ansu Fati also experienced the same, as they both ended up leaving the club. With Eric Garcia and Ansu Fati, I think it's completely different. With Eric Garcia, Xavi actually asked him and begged him to stay, but he was the one who made the decision in the end. With Ansu Fati, he didn't see the chances clearly. He said, let me go out alone, and Xavi said yes. I don't think there's really any frustration on their part. I think last season, they were both given their chances. I think Eric Garcia had probably a good few games spell. I remember Ansu Fati, of course, was in and out, but again, they both really didn't take their chances. Koundé told Xavi before the season started that he didn't want to play as a right back, and same did Araujo in some interviews. I hate this argument so much. If I'm a team player, if I'm a center back with Barcelona, right? I play center back, but then I get chucked to right back, not because, out of pity, but because our 4 other right back options are injured. Like, bloody hell, what do you want Xavi to do? Please, I want to play Hector Fort week in, week out. If you're asking me as a center back, would I rather start week in, week out as a center back, or center back, right back here and there, but always be, playing week in, week out? Of course, I'd rather be playing week in, week out. Again, that is a dumb argument, although it is, true that Koundé and Araujo have come out in multiple interviews saying they want to play at center back. They don't really like playing at right back. They just do it for the team, which again, is fun. Keep doing it for the team. That's all we're asking for. We're not asking to be a permanent, right back in any capacity whatsoever. Christensen is also annoyed with being the first player to be sacrificed in Xavi's XI when everyone is fit. Gotta hold my hands up here. I mean, Christensen has every right to be upset. I mean, bloody hell. If I think we have a Champions League final tomorrow, everyone's fully fit, I don't think Xavi would start Christensen. Which again, I think that Koundé and Araujo are both better defenders than Christensen, but I think Christensen on the ball in build-up play, I would definitely say he's better than Araujo, and I think he would be better than Koundé as well. So I think he kind of makes up for maybe Koundé and Araujo being a bit better defensively, but I think Christensen here is completely valid. Hopefully, we do see him play a little bit in the pivot come February and March when that defense becomes, fit with Araujo, Koundé, Cancelo, Inigo coming back, and Christensen's minutes will get, a bit lighter. Hopefully, we can see some experiment with him in the pivot. And finally, Lewandowski's position at the club and relationship with Xavi has also changed significantly of late. I mean, we did see Lewandowski get chopped off at the hour mark yesterday, so maybe there's something there. Again, this summer for me would be the perfect time to sell Lewandowski. Still has a little bit of market value, still has a little bit of hype, save on his salary as well. He isn't providing too much. Again, you invested 45 million euros into him. If you can get 20 million euros back to him and save the wages in his next 2 years of his deal, perfect. As well, keep in mind, remember, his salary will increase next season from the current 250,000 euros a week. So for some of these, I think it's just talk. I think it's just noise, if I'm being honest. And some of these have, some relevancy, but some of them I think really don't. I think now with the game yesterday, hopefully there's going to be a bit of a bounce back. I think we win on Wednesday in the Cup. I think the remontada will well and truly be underway. Now, in regards to people, managers replacing Xavi, there's been no concrete names whatsoever. I think the most concrete name has been Rafa Marquez, the Barça Athletic manager. We've heard names like Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, Hansi Flick, Frank Lampard, stuff like that. But there has been one name that has been, I think, a genuine, rumor, and that is Thiago Motta. Esport 3 have come out saying that Thiago Motta is one of the options on Deco's mind to replace Xavi. If necessary, their relationship is close. Of course, Thiago Motta, former Barcelona player as well. We always seem to appoint former Barcelona players, but this could be a genuine option right now with Bologna. He's having a great season for their standards. Of course, definitely top half of Serie A. Again, would I want Thiago Motta or Xavi? Of course, I'd want Xavi, but this could be an option at some point in the future, so we'll wait and see on that. But there is many ways for Xavi to keep his job this season, and one of the main ways is the Copa del Rey, which of course this Wednesday, San Mamés against Athletic Club. Sport have come out saying the Copa del Rey has become a major priority for the team along with the league, with the latter being more complicated. In addition to winning the cup, reaching the final will mean the team qualifies for the Super Cup and guarantees a €6 million participation prize, which the club has included in the budget. So again, qualifying for the Super Cup for Saudi Arabia next season is very, very important. Of course, we haven't qualified for it yet because we didn't win the one this season. We're not on track to win the league, so winning the cup is going to be very important because I think the priority is the 2 Copa del Rey finalists. So in order for Barcelona to get into the Spanish Super Cup just from the league, they have to finish second and hope whoever wins the league or whoever comes ahead of them in the league table are in the Copa del Rey final. So for instance, let's say Girona win the league and the final is in the Copa del Rey is Atletico Madrid versus Athletic Bilbao, just for an example. Atletico Madrid would then, and Atletico Madrid, Athletic Club, Real Madrid, and Girona would be the ones who win the Super Cup because Real Madrid won the Super Cup, Girona won the league, then the 2 finalists for the Copa del Rey. So getting to the final, at least at the Copa del Rey, is very, very important. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. Again, it's going to come down to feeling momentum. Again, we have probably the second hardest draw we could have gotten in the Copa del Rey, San Mamés away. They do have some injury issues, and Naki Williams at the AFCON. So hopefully, we're coming off a big win away against Betis. They're coming off of a big loss to Valencia. So hopefully there could be a momentum shift there. But again, everything for Xavi to survive this season lies in his own hands. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past few days. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want firstly, of course, is your thoughts on the option of Kalvin Phillips this winter. Would you go for him or not? Secondly, on Lucas Bergvall, what are your thoughts on the actual price for him, the 10 million euro package? You think he's a talent for the future? Thirdly, your thoughts on Lenglet's exit. You think it's a possibility by the end of this month? And finally, your thoughts on the stance of Xavi's managerial position. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barça.